Welcome to Morgantown, West Virginia and Morgantown Ice Arena, home of your West Virginia Mountaineers as they take on the Pittsburgh Panthers. I'm Quinn Kuski alongside of my co-host Brock Braidwood. And Brock, what are you looking for in today's game?
Today, right now, what I'm really looking for is a demonstration of more speed than power. I'd like to see some puck movement. I'd like to see a lot of control. Of course, big hits are always welcome. I expect they're going to be a little bit more on open ice and along the boards. I know West Virginia's been being punished for playing along the boards a little bit this season, and I think they're going to try and stay away from them for this game in particular.
Pitt, definitely a bigger team than West Virginia. I watched them play last year in Columbus, called their game. They didn't come out on top, but they punished their opponent every step of the way. They are going to play a big powerhouse team, kind of reminiscent of something that you would expect from like a Boston Bruins team, somebody with a bunch of thumpers, not a lot of speed. And here's the puck drop. Mountaineers win the draw, back to Collins. Collins sends it around the boards and down into the zone. Panthers looking to clear it out of the zone. They will. The Mountaineers stop it at center ice and they send it back in. Mountaineers early looking for that dump and chase. 2 attempts, neither one working, and Pittsburgh has it once more. Pittsburgh with a lead pass to center ice, looking to play it across. Collins shuts that down. Now the pass goes through, but mishandled, and it's taken away. Both teams scrap for it, and finally Pittsburgh comes away with it, and they backhand it into the zone. And now Addison Collins with it. Collins playing a lead pass, and the Mountaineers going after it with an opportunity to gain possession. And scrap for it behind the Pittsburgh net, and the Panthers come away with it.
That is also West Virginia's first line change there. That was a great play to get some fresh legs on the ice.
Pittsburgh looking to break into the zone. Now a battle for the puck. Both teams scrap for it, and the Mountaineers come away with it. Dickman has it briefly, and it kicks back for Collard. Collard sends it up the wing to Dickman. Dickman drops one off for Collard. Collard playing it long cross ice, and that one gets intercepted, but Dickman winds up coming away with it. Both teams battling for it along the far wall, and Pittsburgh comes away, and they look to play a pass forward. That doesn't go, and that will go all the way down for an icing. Okay, hit the setting. And check it. There you go. Pitt with a long stretch pass into the zone. The Mountaineers look to clear it around the boards, and they will do so successfully. West Virginia with possession, lugging through central ice. Looking to duck by, unable to do so there, and the Panthers will clear it back out. Dumped into the zone, settled around behind by the Pitt netminder. Slap shot from the point, that gets deflected a couple times, never finds its way on frame. Solid hit along the boards from the Mountaineers. Unable to generate an opportunity from it, and the Panthers have it, but only briefly as the Mountaineers force another defensive zone turnover. Now a slap shot from the point from Collins, and that one patted away. A couple of second opportunities, nothing going there. And now the Panthers work it out as far as center ice, and a dump-in attempt gets blocked, and now here come the Panthers. And that shot saved by Mackey. High glove side, he knocks it away. And another solid hit along the board from the Mountaineers. That shot through traffic, that gets blocked off. Mountaineers send it out around the zone through to central ice. And now Collins from his own defensive end, he flips it high along the boards. And now at neutral ice, the Panthers looking to bring it in. They flip one high, cross corner. Both teams going after it. The Panthers win the race to that puck. And now Collins rings one around the boards. No one there on his side for it. The Panthers have it. They send it back around the boards. Now the Panthers looking to send one out in front. That doesn't work, and Bott plays it away. Bott sends it into the zone. Mountaineers make a change, and the Panthers have it in their own defensive end. The Panthers send it up through neutral ice, and now they bring it into the offensive end. Snapshot, that one gets deflected and goes up into the netting and out of play. Face-off won by Ventura for the Mountaineers. Collard rings it around the boards, and the Mountaineers come away with it. Lugged ahead, and possession taken back now by the Panthers. They play a long stretch pass. That goes to nobody, and Mackey will take it and play it off into the corner for Collard. Collard plays one ahead, and that puck gets sent into the zone. The Mountaineers looking to win the race. They will not do so, and now the Panthers have it. Both teams battling for it along the far wall. It kicks up high, and the Panthers take it once more. Now Collard twists it along backhand and turns it over. Passed across the net mouth. Up to the point now, the Panthers. They play it down around the boards. And Collard with it once more. Collard this time plays the safer pass. And the Mountaineers bring it into the offensive end. Wrist shot through traffic. That one gets on frame. Easily stopped by the netminder. Now the Panthers from behind their own net, looking to bring it out. Dickman forcing a turnover. Dickman sends one across the net mouth, but Ventura unable to get a stick on it. And now the Panthers come away. Panthers in neutral ice. They send it up. And Mackey will cover up, and we have a draw. Face-off won by the Panthers. They played out in front, a good shot there, but Mackey gets a pad on it. Pittsburgh again, and a good hit from behind. Solid check. And the Mountaineers cleared out of the zone. So far, Brock, the roles have been a bit different than what we expected. And the Panthers have been the faster team, and the Mountaineers have been the more physical team. Breakaway now for the Panthers, and Mackey covers up. A lot of contact into the net. And some scrapping afterwards as expected with a rivalry game like this. But as I was saying, the roles seem to be kind of reversed. Pitt's been faster and the Mountaineers have been more physical.
Oh, absolutely. The Mountaineers have also been very quick to get their passes off, not really giving Pitt a lot of opportunities to end up hitting them and getting physical. Pitt's been kind of okay with keeping the puck a little bit more, allowing the Mountaineers to get a little bit more physical with them.
Mountaineers with it at neutral ice. They play it cross ice, and they continue to cycle at neutral ice, looking to break into the zone, and now it's turned over, and here come the Panthers. The Panthers dump in and around the boards. Collins unable to win the race to that puck. He puts on a bit of a body check there. Kind of bounced off the Pitt forward. And now the Mountaineers with it once more. Collins from his own defensive zone. He winds up leaving it off, and Evans plays it across. This puck gets sent ahead. Panthers battle for it. Puck sent into the zone and now ring around the boards. The Panthers looking to bring it out of their own defensive end. They play a long pass. Now the Panthers with it in the offensive end, and that shot high on Mackey. He'll step up and catch it. And we'll have another draw with 13:15 to go in period number one. So far, very back and forth hockey, not a lot of zone time for either team. Is that what you expected coming into this, or were you expecting maybe a bit more drawn out possessions?
I think it's fairly standard for this point in the game to be fairly even matched. I think as the game progresses, we're going to see it develop a little bit differently.
So with a good opportunity. Oh, and it squeaked in. That one somehow snuck 5-hole on Mackey. Bounced off his inner pad, off the post, back off his pad, and went in the net.
Great shot placement. It just squeaked through. You got to admire that.
Definitely, if you're Mackey, you want that one back. Want to squeeze those pads just a little bit tighter. But early in the game, plenty of time for the Mountaineers to respond. It's a team they know it was kind of a fluky goal, not one they would expect to give up. Absolutely
not. It was definitely not expected. He was playing the post extremely well for the position of the puck.
Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Ventura flips one up high. That one kicked loose for a second, almost dangerous. And now the Panthers come back on the attack. Pitt sends it into the zone. They're going to get to the puck first and now battle for it. Player goes hard into the wall. Kind of head first, definitely a dangerous play. And now the Mountaineers work it back into the offensive end. A little bit of contact. Both teams continue to scrap for it now behind the net, and it kicks loose into the slot. No one there for the Mountaineers to retrieve it, and now they have it again in the offensive end. Played cross ice, and another good pass, and a shot, and they score! The Mountaineers answer right back, and just like that, it's 1-1. A great tic-tac-toe passing play, and it's in the back of the net. 1-1 even, less than a minute later.
Yeah, that one definitely just glided right through, just like it did to Mackey. Of course, the circumstances and positioning was a little bit different, but it seems to be a fluke for a fluke at this point.
A big goal there from the Mountaineers. Definitely stows away any momentum Pitt might have gotten and puts the energy right back in this West Virginia home crowd.
And we're back at square one.
Face-off won by the Panthers. That puck sent in from neutral ice on Mackey, and he'll just cover up and wait for a draw. Mountaineers win the draw, they're on the attack. 2-on-1 West Virginia. Passed across, it connects with Dickman. Dickman with a chance, and they score again! West Virginia jumps out to a 2-1 lead. 2 goals in less than a minute, and a very quick response.
Judging from the before any of the goals were scored, I mean, I definitely thought this was a fast-paced game, but not this fast-paced.
I thought, fairly defensive game. It was looking kind of sluggish at the beginning. All of a sudden, 1 goal has awoken the Mountaineers, and they've scored 2 goals very quickly.
Each team has now made, from what I can tell, 1 very costly turnover. For West Virginia, it resulted in a breakaway against them, and for Pitt, it resulted on a 2-on-1, and that one resulted also in a goal.
Face-off won by the Mountaineers. They get right back in on the attack, sending it into the offensive end where the Panthers will take possession. Pittsburgh sends it around the boards, and that will be called an icing. Panthers not too happy with that icing call. They thought that their forward had a pretty good chance of getting to that puck, and from my angle, I thought he was going to win the race to it myself. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Shot from the point, and Collard goes down hard for that from that check. Now that one banked off the boards, and that'll go all the way back down for yet another icing. No, that one's waved off. collar, almost decapitating a ref with that dump out, but the ref able to get out of the way. And the Panthers bring it into the zone once again. That shot high over the goal, not troubling Mackey. But the Panthers send one right out in front. Both teams battle for it, and the Mountaineers come away averting chaos. Pitt with another shot. That one rings off the pipe. Both teams battling for it in the near corner. Finally, the Panthers come away with it. They send one back down around the net mouth. That one goes wide. Both teams continuing to spar for it, and finally the Mountaineers come away. West Virginia at neutral ice, looking to make a bit of a line change here. Both teams going after it, and the Mountaineers send it out to, and it gets kicked out to neutral ice by the Panthers, and the Mountaineers will retain possession at the neutral zone. Gilbert looking to work his way through everybody there, unable to do so. And now Pitt takes down a Mountaineer forward. I think that was Bott that got taken to the ice. Now it's kicked out in front. The Panthers with an opportunity. Spinning backhand shot. That one goes wide. No power on it either. Bott working his way through traffic, and he's going to turn the puck over. Both teams battle for it. It's in the crease. Both teams continuing to jab at it. Mackey's on top of it. And some more after the whistle sparring from both of these teams. Refs came into this game knowing they were going to be busy, and they have been already.
Definitely a couple tanglements. It doesn't really look like any fights have broken out yet, thankfully, but always subject to change. We got 2 more periods after this one to go.
A lot of hockey to be played, and you know if you're the Mountaineer coaching staff, you're telling your players, keep cool, stay calm, don't take dumb penalties. We're playing good hockey right now. We do not want to put them on a man advantage.
Yeah, it's been a very clean game so far.
Mountaineers with possession around the boards for Collins. Collins trying to pass one through traffic. That doesn't work, and the Panthers have it now. Pitt sends it around the boards. Now both teams battle for it and gets sent back around the boards where Collins will take it. Collins sending it up to neutral ice, and that pass just off the mark, and the Panthers dump it back in again, and once again Collins has it. Collins slips one through a Pitt defender. And now Pitt has it in their own defensive end. A solid hit there from Ventura, trying to get it out of the zone, but unable to do so. Both teams now battling in the near corner, and the Mountaineers come away with it. Mountaineers in their offensive end, cycling around the zone, looking for an opportunity. Puck sat loose for a second, and now the Mountaineers have it. Looking to pass up to the point. Pitt blocks that pass lane off. And that one gets rang around the boards, and going after it and getting to it are the Panthers. Mountaineers now bringing it back into the zone. Dickman with an opportunity, looking to duck by one, does so, sends it across the net mouth, and that one gets cleared away by a Pitt defender. Another good opportunity for this Mountaineer offense. Couple players fighting for the puck. Continues to be battled for. Now Pitt comes away with it in their offensive end. That shot high on Mackey over the net. Collard flips one over a Pitt defender. And the Mountaineers wind up turning it over in their own defensive end. But they force a turnover right back, and they come away.
Great puck movement to get that out of the Mountaineer zone.
Pitt from their own defensive end is playing catch, looking to get this zone cleared. Now they'll do so, and Collard with it. A lot of cross-ice passing from the Mountaineers. Can be dangerous, but beautifully done on that clearance. Mountaineers wind up a slap shot, and that one deflects off the blocker of the Pitt netminder. Another good opportunity there for the Mountaineers. Never a bad idea to try to shoot far side on a netminder. That puck can kick right out in front of the net on a juicy rebound. Panthers now bring it into the zone. That shot gets deflected up into the netting and out of play for a face-off. Face-off won by the Panthers in their offensive end. They send it right out in front, and a good defensive stick lift there from the Mountaineers stops a good shot from getting on frame. Out in front again, that one's loose, and the Mountaineers will gain possession. And now Pitt with another opportunity, and that shot gets blocked off, and the Mountaineers can't clear the zone. Another shot, that one Mackey catches it up on his chest, and we'll have another draw. Poor puck movement there from the Mountaineers leads to a couple of great opportunities for the Panthers. Mackey able to bail them out at the end.
Yeah, they definitely put Mackey through a lot of work there.
Mackey's still a college student, but he might have gotten a couple gray hairs on that possession.
Oh, absolutely.
West Virginia wins the draw. Collins bringing it right up the gut of the defense. That one kicks up high into the air, and the Panthers take possession now at neutral ice. Panthers work their way through. They flip it up backhandedly. This one kicks around and is taken by the Mountaineers and their defensive end. The Mountaineers now looking to start up an attack. Lugged through neutral ice and then to the offensive end now. Kicked out wide. And the Mountaineers now battle in the offensive end. Up to the point for Ventura. Ventura winds up and lets one go. That one deflects up and into the netting and out of play. Face-off won by the Panthers. They send it around the boards. And into neutral ice, a good pass reception there from the Panther forward, and a good shot, and that one almost found its way home. A mean wrist shot there from the face-off circle. Solid hit from the Panthers as they look to keep possession in their offensive end. And this one kicks out to neutral ice where the Panthers will hold. Waiting for their teammates to get back on side. That one takes a weird bounce off a stanchion, and the Mountaineers take possession. Poor passing from West Virginia leads to the Panthers sending it right back into the Mountaineer defensive end. And another bad pass, that one to nobody. And the Panthers this time take a shot from the neutral zone in on Mackey. That puck cleared out of the zone, and the Panthers send it back around the boards. West Virginia with possession. They clear it up around the boards, and that one will kick out to neutral ice where the Panthers have it once again. And a monster hit from Dickman. Tees him up in open ice and lays him out. The Panthers now with possession. Another
Those
solid
are the kind
hit.
of hits I was definitely expecting today. Definitely not from the Mountaineers, though. More from Pitt.
West Virginia sending it up through neutral ice and into the offensive end. Panthers looking to play a long lead pass. That one goes all the way down for what will be an icing. Brian Dickman with one of the biggest hits we've seen all season for the Mountaineers. That is the kind of hit that can put energy in a team, sometimes even more than scoring a goal.
It shows them that they're definitely ready. They're there. They're meaning in your face. Definitely makes the other team a little anxious to hold on to the puck for too long.
Especially when the other team is supposed to be the, quote, physical hockey team. Panthers with possession in their defensive end, cycling around and work it up through neutral ice. Both teams continue to battle for it at neutral ice, and now the Panthers come away with it. Slap shot and snared with the trapper by Mackey. Flashing the leather, and that will lead to a stoppage in play.
Good on Mackey to really reach for that and grab that out of the air. That may have been a very unfavorable bounce off the backboards there.
Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Collins sends it up. He plays it for Bott. Bott banks one off the boards, and now both teams go after it. The Panthers with it. And Bott forces a turnover. Bott with a chance, and he's unable to get his stick on it there. If he managed to tap that with his backhand, he might have had a backdoor goal. Collins with it now. Collins plays it ahead, and now the Panthers with it. Panthers send it in, cross corner. Both teams scrapping for it. Neither one able to come away, and finally the Mountaineers do. Mountaineers lugging it through neutral ice. That one kicked out in front, looking for Bott. Bott unable to get a stick on it once again, and the Panthers come away. Pittsburgh with a shot. That one banks off the wall. Now the Mountaineers ringing around the boards. Mountaineers looking for a change. They'll just dump it down. And the Panthers with it in their defensive end. That one played ahead. Now the Panthers will go off for a change. Collard rings it kind of lazily around the boards, and that will lead to a turnover. Panthers with a shot. Mackey this time tight to the post. That one goes off his chest, and he catches it with the glove. And that will be a stoppage in play. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Collard with possession. Collard looking for a long lead pass. That one off the mark. And comes back around the boards, and Collard rings it around further. And that will lead to Panther possession. A good interception, though, and the Mountaineers have it back, but only briefly as the Panthers send it right back in, but it is taken now by Collard. Collard plays it up along the boards. Big hit there from the Panthers. Now both teams battling along the near wall at neutral ice. And the Panthers will send it all the way in, where it is taken by Ventura. Ventura looking to duck by, unable to do so, turns it over. Now the Panthers cycling around, looking for a cross-net feed.
Great job breaking that pass up. You could see the Mountaineers diving every which way to not allow a lane in front of the net there.
Ventura goes down from behind, and that will be the first penalty of the game with 1:42 remaining in the first period.
That's going to be a costly penalty with these few minutes remaining.
Just enough time for the Mountaineers to jump up to a 2-1 lead going into the intermission. And even if the Mountaineers are unable to score for this 1:42, they will come out in the second period still on the power play with a clean sheet of ice, which means faster play. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. And they walk the line, and that will get cleared out. And Collins will take it from his own defensive end now. Looking to play it in between the legs of a pit defender. It deflects off his skates. Mountaineers trying to dance their way through, and a great play by Ventura, and they're going to call it a high stick. That was almost a fantastic play, showing off great hand-eye coordination to smack that puck down out of the air. Just a little bit too high with the stick, and the refs blow it dead.
Some great foresight, though, and that was a great thought, though, to knock that puck down, keep it in play, but fortunately it will result in a high stick.
Face-off comes out to neutral ice. Face-off won by the Panthers. They'll backhand one, and Collins gloves it down. Collins almost gets sent into the Panther bench. Both teams battle for it, and that'll kick all the way out where Collins will come to retrieve. 1 minute remaining in the period. Still enough time for the Mountaineers to generate some attack. And that hit sends the ref into the bench. And now the puck is into the bench and out of play. First Collins, then the ref, and then the puck. Just put it all on the bench. Put both teams in there. Face-off won by the Mountaineers, but the Panthers steal possession and they'll flip it high and out of the zone. Mackey will settle it down, and it's taken by Collard. Collard leaves it off for a Mountaineer forward. This one dumped into the zone and rang around the boards. And the stick goes flying way up into the air. And the Mountaineers have it at neutral ice with 15 to go. Enough time for one last push. Bit of a hit there, and the Panthers look to clear it out, and they will, and that will do it for period number 1. The score, your West Virginia Mountaineers 2 and the Pittsburgh Panthers 1. The Mountaineers will have 17 seconds of carryover penalty going into period number 2.
They did a very good job defending the power play there and killing it effectively. It didn't spend a lot of time down on the Panther side of the ice at all.
Definitely a good period from the Mountaineers. Definitely something they can build on. Stay tuned during the intermission for Behind the Bench, along with an interview with a player. I'm Quinn Kuski alongside of Brock Braidwood, and we will return for period number 2 and Morgantown Ice Arena.
everyone. My name is Lindsay Owens with WVU Hockey, and I'm here with Coach Chris. So, Coach, we just came off of a very long and much-needed Christmas break. So how do you plan on re-engaging the athletes?
Well, I mean, everybody's pretty energized right now. They know they have a big game against Pitt coming up this Saturday, which I hope a lot of people come out to see. Got a good group. I mean, everybody's just happy to be back from break and ready to get back at it.
You also have 2 new guys this semester. So how do you plan on changing the lineup, or is it still just kind of a working process?
Well, we have Howie Lemon back and Kyle Coughlin, so a really good forward and a strong D. Yeah, I mean, like I explained to all the boys in the locker room, that not everybody's guaranteed a spot in this lineup now, and they've got to work hard every practice. So, you know, it's up to them whether or not this lineup will change.
So like you said, we do play Pitt this weekend, and there have been a lot of fierce battles between these 2 teams. So how do you manage that emotion?
Oh, man. You know, it all starts in practice tonight. It all's going to start tonight. Hopefully we'll control our emotions like we did the first game. I thought we did that pretty well. We just have to come out with more intensity, I think. We really only played about 10 solid minutes of that game, and fortunately we came out with a W. So hopefully, you know, we'll play all 3 periods next time.
Well, good luck to you, Coach, and we can't wait to see what you guys are going to do this semester. So thank you so much. My name is Lindsay Owens with WVU Hockey. Stay tuned, and let's go Mountaineers. My name is Lindsay Owens, and I'm here with Alex Ventura. So Alex, Pitt was the first one to put the goal up. Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay Owens, and I'm here with Alex Ventura. So Alex, Pitt was the first one to put the goal up, but you were quick to put WVU as a tie. How did you manage to stay level-headed and get the team going to make WVU in the lead?
That's one thing our coaches always emphasize is resilience, and one goal is not going to knock us down. So we know we just got to keep fighting, get that next one, and build from there.
So how are you guys feeling about this first game? It's a hard game. You just came back from Christmas break. How are y'all doing? I mean, y'all are winning right now, but how does it feel to be back on the ice?
Definitely good. We had 2 hard days of practice, so we're all ready to go. Nice to have a period after, have a lead after 1 period, but got to keep working harder. It's not going to get any easier from here on out.
So what are you expecting from your teammates the first 5 to 10 minutes in the second period?
Definitely a lot of energy. We got to come out and set the tone, keep the momentum going. Good things will happen.
All right, well, thank you so much, Alex, and good luck in the next period.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Lindsay Owens with WVU Hockey. Stay tuned, and let's go Mountaineers.
The Mountaineers with the puck in their own defensive end. Now they turn it over to the Panthers, who kick it out in front. And we're back to even strength. That puck kicks up high, goes off a Mountaineer glove, and will be covered up by the Pitt netminder. The Panthers come away with possession. They lug it all the way into the zone. Now they cycle around, and Collins comes away with it for the Mountaineers. Panthers now back with it in the offensive end. They bank one high off the boards. and that will be blown dead, I believe, and yes, for a hand pass. Face-off won by the Panthers. That one banks high off the glass and is taken by the Mountaineers. Mountaineers bank it off the boards, and the Panthers dump it right back around, and Collins goes in to retrieve it. Mountaineers have been spending a lot of time in their own zone, but a lot of time with possession in their own zone, not allowing the Panthers to really generate an attack.
They've definitely been slowing the puck down in this period. I think it's a good strategy. They came off hot and heavy.
And there's a tripping call.
Trip.
It's another power play and another opportunity for the Mountaineers to jump up by 2 goals.
It's a good strategy playing defensively at the beginning. If they're up 1, why not? The Panthers can't get enough possession time. They'll start getting frustrated, start making sloppy mistakes like that trip.
Face-off won by the Mountaineers. It goes back to the blue line to be played by Collins. Collins goes down low for Evans. Evans down low for Dickman. For Ventura. Ventura cycles around. He drops it back off for Evans. Evans runs the exact same cycle of Ventura. They're just skating in circles. Ventura plays it across the net mouth. Ventura goes up to the point for Collins. Collins goes back for Ventura. Ventura along the far wall plays it across the net mouth, and that one will get cleared out all the way down to be settled by Mackey.
Phenomenal hit right after he launched that puck there, right on open ice.
That puck deflected into the zone by Dickman. Mountaineers go after it. Looks like another penalty coming up, and this time it will be against the Mountaineers, and we'll go to 4-on-4.
Definitely from the first 2 minutes of play, you can definitely tell they're getting a lot scrappier, a lot more aggressive, a lot more physical.
Kind of something you expect to see when you have 2 teams like this, 2 teams that really and truly hate each other coming in and meeting up. You expect the games to get scrappier and to continue to get even more scrappier as play carries on. We already had 2 pretty big scrums after whistles in the first, and I'm only expecting more as this game continues.
Definitely wouldn't surprise me if there's a lot of stoppages this period going into next.
Face-off won by the Panthers, and that one shot right into the glove hand of Mackey. And face-off once again sent into Mackey, and he'll cover it up. This puck sent out, going in after it now, and the Mountaineers have it. Bringing it into the offensive end is Ventura. Ventura cycles around. He tries to play it across and unable to do so. Now a good stretch pass, that one just off the mark. And now the Panthers have it in their defensive end. Evans applied some forecheck pressure, but the Panthers still able to get out of the zone and into the offensive end. Ventura rings it around the boards, and there it's taken by Collard. Collard sends it up through central ice and just off the mark of Ventura, and that one is covered up by the Pitt netminder. Face-off won by the Panthers, sent around, and the Mountaineers take possession. Pitt back with it in their own defensive end as they circle around. They look to clear it up through central ice, and they will do so. Panthers now in the offensive end, looking to start up an attack. They get a power play in 2 seconds, and now they're on the power play for the next 45. Mountaineers clear the zone, and the Panthers will go to retrieve. Panthers now from their own defensive end.
Mountaineers feeling a little confident. They're playing pretty up with some forecheck going on right now.
The Panthers now lugging it through central ice into the offensive end. That shot from a sharp angle, covered up by Mackey, not letting another one of those slip through.
Mackey's done a great job of shaking off that first goal and not letting any others come in. It definitely hasn't affected his performance.
Face off won by the Panthers. That shot goes just wide of the cage of Mackey. Both teams battling for it along the far wall. Now the Panthers looking for a good opportunity, but the Mountaineers with them, they will clear the zone. Now the Panthers coming around the board.
Full strength now. The power play's over.
And the Mountaineers send it up for Dickman. Dickman working his way through, looking to duck by a pit defender, going farther out wide. And now he sends it out in front, but that one goes off the back of the cage, not able to get it all the way through. Now the Panthers with a 3-on-1 opportunity. And that shot will score. Sharp angle, top shelf, right up over the shoulder of Mackey, and we're even at 2s.
Yeah, that missed stoppage along the boards resulted in a turnover. Turned into a 3-on-1. Great play down there to get that goal.
Face off won by the Panthers. Mountaineers providing instant forecheck. The Panthers able to work it through. Now the Mountaineers forecheck does pay off as they force a jab back into the pit defensive end, but now here come the Panthers. Panthers with another shot. This time Mackey snares it with the trapper, and we have a stoppage. Face off won by the Panthers. That shot comes in through traffic, and another try. That one doesn't find its way through either. And now it's sent all the way down for what will be an icing. Following the icing, face off in the pit, offensive end, and they'll win it. And that shot goes up high off a stanchion. Now both teams scrapping for it in the far corner. They continue to battle away at it, and now the Panthers come away with it. They send it out in front of the net. Both teams spar for it, and finally it kicks back into the far corner where the Mountaineers will take it. That pass looking for a connection that could have led to a breakaway, intercepted by the Panthers, and they come back in on the attack. And they score again. Just a little sneaky wrist shot. Somehow found itself far side, and just like that, it's 3-2 Pittsburgh.
Top shelf again.
Mountaineers kind of getting away from their game so far this period. They've tried a lot more stretch passes. Their game last period was short, quick feeds, to one stick to the next, let the puck move faster than the skater. This period they're trying long lead passes, turning the puck over, and it's led to 2 goals in 5 minutes. Mountaineers sending it into the zone. This one will be covered up by the pit netminder. A little bit of contact after the play. Face off in the Mountaineer offensive end. This draw won by the Mountaineers. Now looking to put together a bit of an offensive possession. That shot from the blue line found its way all the way on net. Pitt's netminder able to make the stop. Mountaineers starting up a cycle. They send it into the slot, unable to pull the trigger though. And now the Panthers take possession.
After those last 2 goals that the Panthers had, the Mountaineers definitely look hungry coming off that face-off.
Mountaineers with it once again. This time they turn it over to Pittsburgh. That pass, this one stopped off by Mackey. Both teams battle for it behind the net, and the Mountaineers come away. West Virginia bringing it through central ice, and now into the offensive end. Oh, and looking for a pass down low. Maybe should have just taken the shot. That pass goes off the mark. Mountaineers with a couple opportunities on that possession, but not able to get a shot away.
That's a beautiful play down here in the corner, dumping it off right there for his teammate and pushing off one of the upcoming Pitt players.
Mountaineers now starting up their attack once again. That pass twists a bit too far. And now the Panthers swinging around the boards. Panthers bringing it through neutral ice and into the offensive end. Mountaineers meet the Pittsburgh forward at the blue line. And now the puck is loose behind the net where it is rang around the boards by the Mountaineers. Both teams continuing to fight for it along the wall. And finally, it is cleared out and controlled now by the Mountaineers. Mountaineers from their own defensive end. That puck gets deflected around, and the Panthers take it. That one will go all the way down for what will be an icing and a stoppage with 12:24 to go in period number 2. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. But the Panthers take it away and take possession very quickly. Panthers with a backhand try there. That doesn't work. Bott unable to get possession, and that shot goes off the chest of Mackey, and he'll cover up with 12:07
there,
to go.
just couldn't connect.
The Mountaineers have just come out this period. They've looked kind of lethargic, almost like they felt comfortable with their lead, and it's shown that they probably shouldn't have. And the Panthers came out hungry, and they've played better so far for this first 8 minutes.
Mountaineers have been playing in short bursts. They have bursts of inspiration where they just kind of get it and run with it, and then for whatever reason you just kind of slow down, have a lot of turnovers, longer passes.
Played into the zone, and the Mountaineers take it from behind the net. Evans sends one right out in front, and a good chance for Collins, and a big stop. Blocked off by number 17. He kind of played goalie there and probably saved a goal. Panthers get one out through neutral ice, and here they come again. This time the Mountaineers managing to take possession.
Fight almost broke out on the Panthers' blue line.
And that shot from the far side gets gobbled up by the Pitt netminder.
There they are going at it again.
Face-off won by the Panthers. Dickman unable to take possession, and now here come the Panthers roaring through neutral ice into the offensive end. That shot gets blocked off, I believe, by the defense. Mackey seems to have lost it, and it is covered up, no goal, and we have a stoppage. Face off, won by the Panthers. That shot gets blocked off, and now a second try. That one finds its way through. Mackey unable to cover up, but Collard gets to it first. No rebound opportunity for the Panthers there. Pitt sends it back into the zone. Now Collard with it. Collard plays it for Dickman. Dickman circles around. He flips one ahead. With an opportunity to take it there was Collard, but unable to do so. Collard with it in the corner. He leaves it off, and going to retrieve is Dickman. Dickman takes a shot in the corner, but keeps possession of the puck and sends it up to the blue line. Shot through traffic, and a rebound opportunity. And both times it goes off the side of the cage. Neither one on frame. Mountaineer penalty coming up.
Mountaineers definitely getting a lot more feisty right now, and the goalie is being pulled.
Delay penalty. Yeah.
To miss that.
43 on the Mountaineers got absolutely leveled after those two short side stuff attempts. He got up angry, delivered a back check that was clearly illegal, and it's just a boneheaded play, and that puts Pitt, who's already up 3-2, on a power play.
I saw him get leveled. I must have missed a retaliation there. Never want to do that. That is when you get the calls.
Face-off won by the Panthers. They start their cycle, and that shot high on Mackey. Mackey unable to control it. And now it rings around the boards, and the Panthers control it once more. This one shot around, and the Panthers have it up at the blue line. Working it down low, and a short side shot. That one rings up high around the boards, and once again, Pitt sends it back in deep. This time trying to kick one out in front. That doesn't work. It goes back to the blue line, where the Mountaineers will clear it out at least as far as neutral ice, and the Panthers will take control in their defensive end.
Panthers resetting for another go at it. Couple of line changes being made.
Panthers lugging into the zone. Cycle around the boards. They send it out in front, and that shot blocked off by Evans. And the Panthers with it once again. And that shot through traffic again. That one doesn't get through, and that one does, and finds its way home. And the Panthers jump out to a 4-2 lead.
The defensive breakdowns are killing the Mountaineers this period. Mackey can't do it all himself.
If you're West Virginia, you saw what your team is capable of offensively. They scored 2 goals in very rapid succession, and now the coach is going to call a timeout, try to settle his players down, get them back and ready to go, get them back in the form they were in the first period.
Getting a little bit too feisty. They're sacrificing smart plays for big hits, and it's so far not working.
West Virginia, they just seemed like they came out in the second period and they just were not as ready as they were in the first, or maybe more so the Panthers were more prepared than they were in the first, and it's showing. Fresh off the timeout, face-off won by the Mountaineers. They backhand one into the zone, and Ventura going after it. And now here come the Panthers. Panthers bringing it into the offensive end, and that shot snared by the glove of Mackey, and we'll have a draw. Unscrew it. Puck controlled by the Panthers in their offensive end. And that shot short side with a full slap shot from right in front of Mackey. He's able to make the save. This puck kicks free, and Evans with a good opportunity. He drops one off. Two Mountaineers players kind of come together there. And the Panthers come away with possession.
Mishandled on what easily could have been a 2v1 situation.
Mountaineers now looking to get an attack started. This one played across and left off. Evans backhands one out in front. That one deflected away by the Pitt defense. Now Collins takes a shot. That one way high and up into the netting for a stoppage. Face-off won by the Panthers. And kicks out, and that will be a hand pass, which should lead to a face-off coming back into the Mountaineer defensive end. Face-off won by the Panthers. They flip one up high, and it goes around the boards. Panthers send one out in front. That shot, and a great opportunity to get an even better save from Mackey. Now the Mountaineers bringing it into the zone. Looking to duck by it. A great move by Collins, and his backhand shot kicks up high and is stopped. Collins with the A+ flow, A+ dangles, but not able to put the puck in the back of the net on that great opportunity.
But he definitely did try. I really thought that it was at least going to be a solid rebound. I completely lost track of the puck as soon as it left his stick.
Mountaineers with it in their offensive end.
Back out in front, still in front, and cleared out of the slot.
Looking to work his way down low. That shot, once again, caught by the trapper of the Pitt netminder. Like I said earlier, never a bad idea to shoot it far side of the netminder.
West Virginia had a player parked in a great spot in case that puck did clear the netminder as well. Had an open side to shoot in. Should it have gotten by him. Unfortunately for West Virginia, it did not.
Face-off won by the Mountaineers. That shot goes high and wide, and the Panthers take it. This one coming all the way down, and Mackey will pounce on it, and he'll cover up for a draw.
Good call by Mackey. Didn't want to chance it. They were both about an even strides away from the puck. Good call coming out and just covering that up, letting a face-off decide it.
Face-off won by the Panthers. This one gets kicked around the boards, and it will be taken by Pitt once again. Mackey comes out behind to settle it, but misses the puck. There's someone right across the ice. No one there to retrieve it, and the Mountaineers take it through neutral ice. This one left off. Into the slot comes Ventura, but he's unable to pull the trigger. Now another shot and another chance. Ventura trying to backhand one in, but the netminder for the Panthers, he has been strong on rebounds, and he covers it up again. Face-off in the Panthers' defensive end is won by Pittsburgh. Mountaineer forecheck trying to dislodge that puck, but unable to do so, and it gets kicked out to the Mountaineer defensive end where they will control. Neutral ice now. Evans sends it around the boards. A good hit there. Now a shot from the blue line. That one goes wide of the cage. Panthers walk in and they take a good shot. Mackey pads that one away. Puck rings around the boards. Both teams now spar for it around behind, and it kicks out right out in front for the Panthers, and that shot goes wide. Panthers still in their offensive end. This one kicks across the net mouth where it is taken by the Mountaineers. Panthers from their own defensive end. They play it up through to neutral ice, and now they bring it into the zone. Panthers looking to work their way into the front of the net mouth. They're forced out wide by the Mountaineer defense, and they continue to cycle around the boards. This time a shot from the blue line, kicking through traffic, doesn't find its way on frame. From behind the net, passed out in front. No one there to retrieve it except for the Mountaineers. Panthers just barely avoid being offsides there, yelling from the bench to let a forward know not to touch that puck, and the Mountaineers have it in their defensive end. That one will go all the way down, but no icing. Kicks off the boards. Both teams now racing for it, and the Mountaineers get there first. Mountaineers getting to the puck. Both teams scrapping for it behind the Panther net. And this one kicks out to the blue line where Collins tries to settle it but is unable to do so, and it kicks out to neutral ice. Mountaineers with 4 minutes remaining in the second period, ringing around the boards. Both teams continuing to fight for it, and the Panthers ring it in where it's settled by Mackey. Mackey plays it a bit too far for his teammate. And good hit there from a Pitt forechecker, and Dickman takes it. Collins controlling. He plays it around, and it will be taken by the Panthers at neutral ice. Panthers send one in, and Collins has it once again. Collins looking to start up an attack by himself. Ducks by one, and he'll dump it in cross corner. Dickman sends one over, looking for a line mate, unable to find him. And now it is taken by the Panthers once again. Mountaineers with it in their own defensive end. I believe that's Collard on the puck. He sends it ahead and walked in, and that shot gets blocked off. And the Pitt netminder will cover. Face off, won by the Panthers. Mountaineer forecheck managing to force a turnover. And now it is taken away and lugged out by the Panthers. Mountaineers with it once again. Bott plays it ahead. Plugged into the zone by the Mountaineers. This one kicks around and is cleared out of the zone by the Panthers. This one going all the way down and will be on Mackey to avoid an icing. And now that puck gets backhanded out and taken by Bott. Bott trying to work his way in. Bott lost his stick and the puck, and the Panthers come away with possession. In the offensive end now, that shot gets deflected up high and out of play. With 1:37 to go in period number 2, we will have a stoppage. Face-off won by the Panthers. That shot gets deflected up and comes back down under a Mountaineer player. Now the Mountaineers get it out to neutral ice. That one gets sent back into the zone by the Panthers. Buckley with it behind the net. He plays it over. Now it kicks free and is taken by the Panthers. Panthers backhand one. The Mountaineers looking to get it out of the zone, unable to do so. Well, they get it out of the zone, but into Panther possession. Now the Mountaineers with it in the offensive end and an opportunity, and that shot gets blocked off, not on frame. Panthers with it. And they'll send it all the way down. No icing is the call. Both teams racing for it. Mountaineers will get there first. And that pass across the net mouth intercepted by the Mountaineers. Both teams continuing to scrap away at it, and the Panthers come away with possession. That pass across the net mouth and a good opportunity, but passed just a little bit too far in front of the pit forward. He's unable to get good wood on it and get one on frame. That shot from a sharp angle, that one misses the net. 10 seconds left, enough time for one or two more shots for the Panthers. The Mountaineers with it, they'll get it out to center ice. With 3 seconds left, maybe enough time to pull the trigger. You got to shoot it though. And that shot comes way too late. And that will be the end of 2. The score after 2, the Panthers 4, your Mountaineers 2.
Mountaineers have a lot of work coming into the next period. They're down 2. They need to see if they can pull this game around.
Stay tuned during the second intermission for an interview with one of the Mountaineer players, and we will return for period number 3 at Morgantown Ice Arena.
everyone. My name is Lindsay Owens, and I'm here with Ty tonight. So, Ty, how do you plan on motivating your players for a successful evening?
Well, it's going to be about starting a hard 20 minutes. We're going to have to show up on time for the third period. We're going to have to start hard, get deep, and we're going to have to put some shots on this goalie. It's going to have to be ugly, but that's the way they're going to go in. That's the way they're going to go in.
So for the second period, do you think the team came out and did something surprising strategically, or do you think we just kind of lost the intensity?
Yeah, it seemed we came out a little bit flat-footed. I'm sure this is the first game back from break. You got a lot of excitement after that first period, and then the energy kind of dies down. So what we're going to look for is a really good third period, a hard-fought third period, and hopefully we can come out with a W at the end of this.
So run us through your mindset. We're only down by 2, and then we have this last period to focus on. So how are you managing that emotion?
Yeah, it's tough. You don't want to get too high and you don't want to get too low, definitely, for sure. I think the most important thing is just about focusing on getting a quick one. Just try and get the puck in the zone, get some action around the net, and just see if we can put one in quick. And then we're cruising. You know, we can get some momentum behind us, and we can set forward to the end.
Well, we definitely think you're going to pull a win tonight, so thank you so much and keep working hard.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you guys. My name is Lindsay Owens, and I'm here with Ty. Let's stay tuned and go Mountaineers.
Panthers control in their own defensive end. They send it up, and that is offsides on the Mountaineers. Face off just outside the blue line for the Mountaineer offensive end. Draw is won by the Mountaineers and quickly sent back out of the zone by the Panthers. Mountaineers play it around the boards. And now it is taken on by the Mountaineers through to the offensive end. Both teams battle for it, and the Panthers come away with possession. Pittsburgh lugging it through to the offensive end. They shoot from the slot, and that one shrugged the shoulder there as Mackey with a good save. And we get sent around the boards where it's intercepted by the Panthers. They look to pass one out in front, but the Mountaineers take it over. Dickman playing it through central ice and into the offensive end where the Mountaineers will go off for a change. Mountaineers sending it out in front. Backhand try, that one patted away with ease. And now the Panthers rotate it back around. Played ahead now for Gilbert. Gilbert working into the offensive end, puts on the brakes, tries to put a shot on goal. That one gets blocked. And the Panthers look to exit the zone. Unable to do so, and the Mountaineers have possession again. Evans' pass off the mark. This one flipped up high, and the Panthers get to it. That one kicked out into the front of the net mouth, but no one there but the Mountaineer defense. Evans controlling. He passes ahead. That one goes in between his two forwards, and that one will get sent right back in by the Panthers. Panthers dump one in. This one gets gobbled up and taken by Buckley. Buckley backhands one ahead. And it is dumped in by the Mountaineers, and the Panthers will get to it first. Mountaineers twist it back into the zone. And the Panthers looking to bank one off the boards, bank one right into their own bench, and we'll have a stoppage.
West Virginia's this period has opened up with a lot of give and goes. They don't seem to be holding on for very long. They don't seem to be making their way up the ice very efficiently right now.
Controlled now by the Panthers in their own defensive end. They play ahead. Now racing after it are the Panthers. Mackey with a great job diving out and getting on it, not allowing what would have been a great chance right out in front.
Another bad turnover from West Virginia. That seems to be the name of the game tonight.
This Mountaineer team all year has lived and died by turnovers, and tonight they're dying by them. Panthers keeping it in the zone, only briefly though, and here come the Mountaineers. Up through central ice where they will not be able to control, and the Panthers look to twist it on. And now the Mountaineers dump it in. Both teams go after it. The Panthers get to it first, and now they control behind their own net. This puck flipped way out where the Mountaineers take it. Mountaineers now at neutral ice. Dickman throws one into the zone where it is taken by the Panthers. That one goes off the boards, and that will be called an icing. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Brennan going after it. Brennan backhands one along. That one for Evans. Evans looking to get one to Gilbert, unable to do so, and the Panthers come away with the puck. Panthers from their own defensive end now. Coming along with it. Now it's played out to center ice where it is taken by Gilbert. Gilbert sends one around the boards. Going after it there is Buckley. Buckley leaves one off for Brennan. Brennan slips by one defender and then passes it right to a different defender. Now here comes the Panthers. Panthers into the offensive end. They'll dump in. And they'll get the puck on that dump and chase. Brennan and Evans battling for it with two Panther forwards for the puck. And now it kicks around where it is taken by Buckley. Buckley's pass gets sticked down. And now the Panthers bring it in. Out in front, the shot. That one's saved by Mackey. And a bad hit there from Buckley, and that will be a penalty. A couple players going at one another. I'm assuming both of them are going to get a penalty here. Number 9 for Pittsburgh still down on the ice. Now he's working his way back up to his skates. He's in a lot of pain.
WVU guys in at least a 5 minute, maybe also toss. We'll see where he goes tonight. Because number 19 wasn't even part of the play that he came with. That's got to be fair. And then, I guess boarding's only a 2 minute, but they might do like something else. Yeah, I think they might play him like. What else can you call besides boarding on it? Because boarding's only a 2 minute. Well, sorry, no, it was like the hardest hit forward I'd ever seen in person.
They could call it checking from behind as well.
That would be a 5.
That could be a 5.
I don't see why he gets suspended. I mean,
They could do. I mean, they could do a 2 minute boarding and a 5 minute fight. They're tossing them. Yep. So it looks like Buckley's going to be tossed from the game. I would assume number 19 for Pittsburgh is also gone.
I see why he got tossed.
I mean, there comes a point as a referee where you see a game is getting out of control. And, I mean, it's only a 2-goal game, but at the same time, when two teams hate each other like these two teams do, you have players that are going to go to battle, and as your ref, you got to quickly be like, okay, let's get this game back under control. This could get out of hand in a hurry. And that seems like what we've got right now.
On the board right now, it looks like there's a 5-minute major penalty.
So Buckley did get the 5-minute for checking from behind, and he is tossed from the game. Number 19 for Pittsburgh got a 2-minute roughing call. So we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes and then a 3-minute power play for the Panthers. And the thing about that 3-minute power play, it's off a major penalty, which means they can score as many goals as they want, and they stay with man advantage.
So number 19 too on top.
Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Now they lug it through the zone into the offensive end now.
West Virginia really needs at least a 1-goal cushion here before going into the next power play, or else they are in a lot of trouble.
Mackey with a good little shoulder stop there, caught it with the glove afterwards, and we got a stoppage. Face-off won by the Panthers. They send it around the boards. And now here come the Mountaineers. 4-on-4 suits a faster team. So whichever team has the faster players on the ice should have the advantage in 4-on-4 play. A lot more open ice to work with.
The major penalty will expire just after the 10-minute mark on the clock for those of you watching.
This puck gets sent around for Collard. Collard rings it around the boards, hoping for Evans, and he gets a pit defender instead. Now the Mountaineers lugging it through the neutral zone, and they'll dump it in.
45 seconds left for the 4-on-4.
And here come the Panthers. That shot will go wide of the cage, blocked off by the stick of Evans. Collins battling for it with a pit defender, with a pit forechecker. And the Mountaineers work their way into the zone. Both teams battling for it, and Pitt comes away in their defensive end. 17 seconds left in 4-on-4 play before the major penalty power play starts. And that puck will be ruled up into the bench and out of play.
4 seconds left remaining on the 4-on-4.
Face-off won by the Panthers, and now they are on the power play. Panthers working it hard into the zone, looking to get that cycle started up. That one kicks up to the blue line, and that shot through traffic. Couple jabs at it, and Mackey will cover. Face-off cleared out by the Mountaineers. And Pitt will go around behind to settle it. Panthers with a shot on goal there. That one goes wide. And that one gets cleared out once again by the Mountaineers. The Panthers lug it into the zone. They bring one right out in front of Mackey. And Mackey, oh my goodness, the refs blew it dead. And the Panthers scored.
That was absolutely an early whistle.
Panthers put that puck in the back of the net, but the refs lost sight of it and they blew play dead before it crossed the net mouth. Face off won by the Panthers. They send it across the net mouth, and that shot just wide. Panthers starting up the cycle again. They send it down low. That shot through traffic. That one will deflect off the glass. It's sent up to the point. That shot gets blocked. And Evans will clear it all the way down. If you're Pittsburgh, even if you don't score here, it's still not a terrible situation because you've still killed now 5 minutes of this game.
Oh, absolutely. This is 5 minutes where West Virginia has had to play almost completely on defense, allowing them to feel pretty secure with their 2-goal lead and what should have been a 3-goal lead, honestly.
Mountaineers from their own defensive end. They send one out. That one gets gloved down at the blue line by the Panthers. They shoot through traffic. That one deflected out in front. Great save by Mackey. That changed direction right in front of him. At the point now, another shot through traffic. Mackey gets to that one, and he flips the rebound up in the air so that the Pitt forward can't get a stick on it. Pitt looking to kick one out in front. That one clears out. And with 24
deciding to go with the line change here, smart.
Now only 20 seconds to go, enough time for one more sustained attack for the Panthers. And here it comes. Panthers put one right out and across the net mouth. What a save by Mackey! And then Mackey turns the puck over. A couple more shots, and Mackey's there for those as well.
Back to full strength, West Virginia.
If West Virginia comes back and ties or even wins this game, remember those saves right there from Mackey, because that just kept his team in it. And now a breakaway for the Panthers. And Mackey stops that too! Now, the question is, after all that scrapping post-whistle, who's going to the box? What are the calls? It's looking like the Mountaineers are going to be shorthanded again. And nope, there comes the fifth player. We are going to stay at even strength. Seems to be some confusion as to what the penalty assignments are. And the Mountaineers are going to be shorthanded after all of this. And so it will be a Pittsburgh power play for the next 2 minutes. Pittsburgh with it in their own defensive end. They're playing it up now through neutral ice. Mountaineer defense able to close out on that pass attempt, but now here come the Panthers. Into the slot, and that shot fanned on. A good hit there from Brennan. Mountaineers still playing that physical role in this game. And that one will be called offsides. Panthers forward thought he had saved it. Not quite so. And with 8:50 to go in the third and a minute 28 to go in the Pittsburgh power play, it is still 2-4 Pitt. Face off won by the Mountaineers. They play it cross corner. Ventura lugging it up through central ice. He's unable to get to it though. And now the Panthers bring it back. A lot of physical action, a lot of players laying on the ice. And it winds up at the blue line in possession of the Panthers. That puck passed down low, kicked right out in front. The only players there are Mountaineers though. Looking for an opportunity, and now the zone is cleared. 45 to go in the Mountaineer kill. Up to the blue line, and the Pitt defenseman unable to handle it, and it will be kicked back out. 30 seconds left. Panthers bring it in, and they take a shot, and Mackey with another strong save.
For this penalty, they've been doing an extremely good job at playing defense, keeping it out of their zone. And even when it is in their zone, they've been setting up pretty well to cover their lanes.
Face off won by the Panthers. That shot gets deflected and winds up going wide of the net. Panthers send one up along the boards, looking to work their way down the line, and Mackey gloves that one out of the air, and we'll have another stoppage, and we're at even strength. .7:17 to go, plenty of time for the Mountaineers. They've shown they can score goals in rapid succession, so it's not unthinkable that they could do it again. Collard playing for the long lead pass, and that intercepted. But now the Mountaineers back on it. That shot patted away. Both teams battling for it along the near wall, and the Pittsburgh Panthers come away with possession. Panthers were trying to duck by a couple players, unable to do so. Now that puck sent down low, and a good opportunity, but fanned on there by the Panthers. That was the chance to bury this game. That shot, floater from the blue line, stopped by Mackey, and we'll have a draw.
.6:37 remaining in the final period here.
Pittsburgh with the puck, they send it cross corner. And now Collins with it. Collins playing a long pass across the ice, that one off the mark, and that will be an icing. Face-off won by the Panthers. That shot through traffic, covered up by Mackey, and another stoppage. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Brennan loses an edge, and that'll lead to Panther possession. Panthers working it through to center ice. And a delayed offsides forces them to stop away. They almost got back on the puck. And now they have the puck and a great opportunity. That one goes up over. That one winds up right out in front of Mackey, and he'll jump on top of it, and we'll have yet another stoppage. Ventura is going to be tossed from the draw. Now Bott in to take it. The Panthers will win the faceoff. This one gets sent around the boards. And Bott has possession now. Now Ventura dangles by one. The Mountaineers attempt to just get something on the board in this third period. And now here come the Panthers. A couple players coming together behind the net, and that will lead to a stoppage. The net was off its moorings, and we'll stop play because of that. Panthers win the faceoff once again. 5 minutes remaining in the period. Mountaineers from their own defensive end need to get something going here. Ventura slips by. Good opportunity, puck out in front. Ventura with another shot. That one doesn't find its way through. Ventura with another shot, and that one also doesn't go through. Now the puck goes right through the net mouth. No one there to get a stick on it. Now Collins comes up and he takes a shot. That one patted away. Puck kicked out in front where it is taken by Pittsburgh. And the Panthers touch the puck. And play is stopped. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. Collins retreating back to his own defensive zone to get the puck. He rings it around the boards. There he plays it. It gets deflected, and we'll have a stoppage for icing. And the goalie came out to play it. Face-off won again by the Mountaineers. Collins plays it across. And Collins with it again in his own defensive end. Mountaineers bringing it up through the neutral zone. And there it gets dumped in. Where it is taken on now by the Panthers behind their own net. A couple players battle for it, and the Panthers come away with it, and now here they come on a 2-on-1. Collins with a great poke check there. ending that 2-on-1 opportunity for the Panthers and keeping his team in the game. Dickman plays ahead. Mountaineers racing for it, but unable to gain possession. And now the Mountaineers look to get it out of their own end once again. Dickman plays it ahead for Evans. Evans rings it around the boards. Pittsburgh the first one to it. A couple players meet him there, but laying around the boards once again, this time by the Panthers. Brennan battles for it, but unable to come away with it, and the Panthers have possession. Their clearance attempt doesn't work, and now Collard stepping in, and he takes a shot. That one right into the chest plate of the netminder and covered up for a draw. 2:39 to go in period number 3. Face-off controlled by the Mountaineers. Pitt controlling behind their own goal. They send one cross ice, and that connects center ice. Working into the offensive end, trying to battle through pressure, and Collard comes away with it. Mountaineers looking to start up an offensive attack. They kick it into the zone. Both teams scrap for it, and it's taken by the Panthers. Panthers turn that puck over. And the Mountaineers dump it in. The Mountaineers are going to pull the goalie. So here we go with 1:50 left, down 2. 6 attackers on for the Mountaineers. There's a shot out in front. Ventura with a great opportunity. That one covered up by the Pitt goalie. Ventura on that play, unable to get off a clean shot, definitely impacting the velocity of that puck on its way in, making that save a whole lot easier for the Pittsburgh netminder. 96 ticks to go in period number 3. Mountaineers still trail by 2, but with 6 attackers, it's never too late for a comeback. Face-off won by the Panthers. That shot from the blue line goes way up high. Ventura ringing it around the boards. Mountaineers still with possession. This one banked off the wall. Mountaineers kicking one out in front. Dickman with an opportunity, unable to get a stick on it though. And that one will kick all the way free. Now it's a race for the puck. Mountaineers with it, trying to avoid a turnover. There's a turnover, but a good defensive play there, keeping it out of that empty net. Ventura out in front looking to slip by and get a shot on, and that one's covered up. 38 seconds left in period number 3. The Mountaineers probably need to score off of this face-off if they want to have a realistic opportunity in this game.
Oh, absolutely. If they don't score off of this face-off, they probably won't have any kind of time to even attempt to really go for a second one.
There goes scoring off the face-off as it is won by the Panthers. Now the Mountaineers with them. They take a shot, and a good save there from the goalie. Maybe the best chance of the period for the Mountaineers.
Another good chance there. Can't connect and deflect it into the net.
Now the puck controlled in the Mountaineer defensive end by Collard. Only 15 seconds left. He sends it up through traffic. Panthers play a long flip out. That will be iced with 5 seconds to go. Face-off won by the Panthers. They'll clear it and barely missed the empty net. So the final score will be 2-4. Pittsburgh coming away with the victory. I'm Quinn Kuski alongside of my partner Brock Braidwood. Brock, any last comments on this game?
It was a great game. First period, very even, and then it just started slowly slipping away from the Mountaineers as time went on. A great display of athleticism from both teams. Definitely got a little bit more chipper in the second and third period, but that was as expected, especially with the way this D2 has been playing other teams in the past.
So as I said, I'm Quinn Kuski. That was Brock Braidwood from Morgantown Ice Arena. That is all. So long, and let's go Mountaineers.
everyone, my name is Lindsay Owens and I'm here with Michael tonight. So Michael, we couldn't quite pull through tonight, but we started off very strong. Do you think that the other team did something strategically different that you guys weren't expecting, or they basically did what you were expecting?
They just threw a lot of pucks on net from different angles. It's hard to track.
You also had a spectacular game tonight, considering the score, but you're the reason why WVU had a chance and stayed in this game. How do you feel about that?
I feel confident. I'm confident in my game right now. We just couldn't get the job done.
Can you take us through some defining moments that you saw tonight, either by you or some of your teammates?
Yeah, we've been doing good at like throwing the puck on net and getting bodies in front of the net.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, so thank you so much. All right, thank you. My name is Lindsay Owens with WVU Hockey. Stay tuned, and let's go Mountaineers.